Happy Wednesday. Welcome into the Good Morning Show, and we're taking a live look at St. Mark's Lighthouse weather stem. Right now, a beautiful start to our Wednesday.
Yes.
What do you think, Ron?
Well, you know, it's 6:30 in the morning, we've got sun up already, or just about up.
That is nice.
Isn't that nice?
That makes me smile a little bigger.
It is going to get hot in a hurry. If you've got outdoor stuff to do, now is the time to do it.
Right now.
I sent Vince to go out and do his morning
You put him
run
to
and
work
workout.
already?
I said, get out there and do it now, buddy, because you try to run 2 miles at 10, 11
yeah.
o'clock, you're
Gotta
going to
do
be
it
a
now.
pool of sweat. If you get it in there now, you better chance. So just saying, if you've got some outdoor stuff you want to do, early is better, or maybe around 8:30 tonight, once the sun's going down, it'll be a little bit less uncomfortable outside. But all those hours in the middle, man, it's going to be hot out there today. 78 in Tallahassee, 76 in Perry, 75 in Bainbridge. So we are starting off a little warmer today in most spots compared to yesterday. This time of the year, I'm always looking out across the Gulf in the morning hours, trying to find some scattered showers, because usually if we get some there early, that bodes well for some more showers spreading inland later on in the afternoon. And that's what we count on to calm down some of the heat. When I don't expect to find some of those showers in the afternoon, like I don't expect to find very many today, look where the temperatures can go. Got a little bit of a west breeze. It's one of our drier wind directions, and all of that is likely going to point to those daytime highs, making it to triple-digit hot. 103 is the record for today. Probably safe, but it could get close. Got a lot to talk about with that full forecast. It's all centered around the hot. I'll break it all down in just a couple of minutes.
Our top story this half hour, a heavy police presence surrounding a Northeast Tallahassee bookstore yesterday afternoon after police say a man walked inside, stabbed a man sitting inside, then turned around and left. Police say this all happened around 1:45 in the afternoon at the Books-A-Million on Thomasville Road. The man injured is expected to be okay. Later in the day, Tallahassee police arresting 41-year-old John McFarland for that incident. He's now booked in the Leon County Jail and facing a charge of attempted murder. Our Brandon Spencer on the scene talking with shocked and scared customers, including a man who says he came face to face with McFarland right after leaving the store.
Imagine you're taking your lunch break and you're walking down the sidewalk towards Publix when suddenly you run into a man with a bloody knife in his hands. That was reality for one Tallahassee resident Tuesday. Zachary Kimbrough says a Books-A-Million employee told him the suspect was walking behind him on his way to Publix, but the suspect said he wasn't in any danger.
I mean, I wasn't really scared because, he told me, he said he wasn't gonna do nothing to me, but I was like just shocked because, shoot, he just had the knife all out.
Feeling like his life was spared Tuesday.
Literally, I was just literally at the wrong place, wrong time, but God put it in, he stepped in and was like, hey, nah, I'm gonna save him. And good thing that the dude wasn't going on a rampage, because it would have been worse if he stabbed 3-4 people, because I wasn't the only person outside. It was multiple shoppers outside. So
the news of the stabbing bringing fear to nearby residents.
Complete shock. I mean, I just couldn't believe that a stabbing just happened. And what's the world coming to?
The recent strings of violence nationwide making people feel nowhere is safe.
Here locally and around the world, it's happening way too much. And it really scares me for my kids who are out and about all the time.
Honestly, a little bit worried because of something so ominous and dangerous happened in a place where people actually find peace in. So it's really worrying, honestly.
These three friends were planning to hang out at the bookstore just hours after the incident and now feel their safe haven could be compromised.
You definitely have to be careful and be aware of your surroundings.
But I feel like, honestly, nowhere is safe out in the city. You can see Books-A-Million. No one would think something would happen at Books-A-Million.
Exactly.
All hoping a stop to the violence is imminent. Books-A-Million did close for the rest of the day Tuesday, but say they will reopen on Wednesday. Reporting in Tallahassee, Brandon Spencer, WCTV, Eyewitness News.
Again, the victim was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and the suspect, John McFarland, is facing a charge of attempted murder.
All right, staying in the capital city, an unwanted trend at Tallahassee's Railroad Square. Thieves are breaking into business after business after business. In some cases, hundreds of dollars stolen. We first reported on this story back in April, but the string of break-ins continues, nearly a dozen in recent weeks. As Tallahassee police continue to investigate, business owners say they're anxious for answers.
Railroad Square is a very close-knit community here, and it hurts all of us to see small businesses being affected like this.
TPD saying investigators believe the same person or people may be involved. There are no arrests yet. TPD also noting business break-ins are surging across Tallahassee and not just at Railroad Square. They remind business owners to make sure cameras are rolling and doors are locked, especially after hours. And new this morning, the Chattahoochee Police Department issuing warrants for 5 people they say are involved with a theft at a local Badcock furniture store. Police tell us it happened on May 12th when one person walked into the store and distracted the owner. That's when 2 others went in and stole 3 laptops and a tablet. Rakeem Moten, Barry Corker Jr., and Patrick Perkins and Ernest DuPont are all charged with grand theft. Travis Herring is charged with dealing in stolen property.
6:35 now, covering Thomas County. Captain Jones with the Sheriff's Office says the office is short patrol deputies and correctional officers, and this is draining the staff. With several small cities like Ocklawaha, Meigs, Barwick, and Metcalf not having its own police department, patrolling is left to the Sheriff's Office. TCSO says it needs 6 road patrol deputies, while the jail needs at least 4 to 5 corrections officers. Despite recruitment efforts, they say the issue finding people has been difficult across most law enforcement agencies.
I know all across the state, from the state patrol right down to local law enforcement municipalities, everybody's having trouble finding qualified candidates, number one, or just finding people who want to come and do the job.
TCSO says it is currently hiring for those positions. In Gadsden County, the school district is working on plans for a new school to replace several aging buildings.
Now, Superintendent Elijah Key says some are at least 50 years old and haven't been well maintained. As Stacey Inez reports, officials want to tear down Shanks Middle School to build a new K-8 school and combine 3 other schools in the district.
We're looking at 20, 30 years down the road, and it's like, what has happened? You know, we didn't keep the buildings maintained like they should.
Gadsden County School Superintendent Elijah Key says many district buildings date back more than a half century, and they're breaking down.
We're talking about buildings currently now that AC may go out, so kids are dealing with heat. They're dealing with the cold in the wintertime when the heat is not adequately working.
Because of this, the district is working on a plan to build a new K-8 school combining Stewart Street Elementary, George Monroe Elementary, and Shanks Middle School.
They're at school for 8 hours of the day. That's a big bulk of the time. So if they don't have air conditioner, if they're not getting the proper nutrition, you know, if their classrooms are not adequate, how are they being taught to grow?
Mamie Lee Rivers Outley is a Gadsden County parent. She says building a new school is a good start, but she also wants to see a greater investment inside those classrooms.
Okay, so you got this building. What are you giving them? What's the incentive for them to be productive students, to get involved and want to expand, you know, their paths like outside of, you know, Gadsden County?
Cost of a new school is estimated at about $60 million. The district is seeking state funding, which could take time, although Key says there's a strong need right now.
When you put students in environments that are conducive, that, you know, it seems as if everybody cares about, then their attitude, their approach to learning absolutely changes.
The Gadsden County School Board is proposing a half-cent county sales tax to help with the necessary funding, and it will be on the ballot for voters to decide in November.
Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, we're starting off on 24-hour temperature cast. Got lots of hot, even early, way up in the 70s in a few spots. By 10, 11 o'clock, we'll see those temperatures climbing through the 80s. Won't surprise me at all to be at 90 by 11. And then I think we're going to spend many hours up over 95. We've got a real shot to get up over 100 today. The record high for today, 103. I hope it's safe, but it's going to be hot out there. Maybe not as humid, maybe not as sticky, but every bit as warm as it's been. I don't see heat advisories or anything like that because we don't expect that heat index to be up near 108 or 109. But I do think the actual air temperature can get to triple-digit levels, and that's really, really hot. Most of us are starting in the 70s. Nice to see Tifton and Homerville hanging on to the 60s. It's 78 in Tallahassee and 77 in Quincy, so got a couple of warm spots early. Today's breeze is a little bit more west or even northwest, one of our driest directions. And when we have slightly drier air, that air can heat up and cool down a little bit faster than more humid air does. I don't expect fog to be an issue today. I don't expect fog to be an issue tomorrow. We're going to see visibility 7 miles and up. But here's the story. We don't have a lot of scattered showers. I don't think we're going to find very many at all. And we count on those this time of year to help knock down those temperatures. So instead of getting a few showers to cool things down, we're going to have that long duration hot. Plus, with that drier air in place, we're going to watch those temperatures climb a little faster, a little farther. So Futurecast gets us through 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and without any showers to cool it down, we're likely going to see those temperatures way up in the 90s all those hours. And then do it again tomorrow and maybe again on Friday. Hopefully by Friday, the winds will start to shift a little bit, and we'll bring in a little bit more humidity to start generating a few more clouds and slow down those temperatures. I do think by the weekend we can talk about more shower opportunities, so not as hot then. The tropics, pretty quiet across the Gulf and the Caribbean. Not much going on across the Atlantic. We're starting to see maybe the very beginnings of some hints at some energy trying to move off of Africa. We'll keep our eyes on it. That's a long way from nowhere. Got plenty of time to watch and see if anything ever develops out there. But right now, all is quiet the way we like to see it. On the Gulf today, winds west first, southwest later, 5 to 15, seas 1 to 3 feet. Yeah, the extreme on the UV index, a little sea breeze might make it keep a little bit cooler near the coast, but even down near the shore, it's going to get real hot today. 70s early, 90s to low 100s this afternoon. That's in a lot of hot, so think cool thoughts, my friends. Back in the mid-70s overnight tonight, and as far as that 7-day forecast goes, today going to be hot, hotter than yesterday. And it's not even the hottest one of the week. I think tomorrow the hottest one of the week. Friday, I'd like to start stepping those temperatures back as we start to change the winds a little bit and bring in some slight chances for showers. I like our chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, and hopefully that can calm the temperatures back down to more seasonable levels.